Hello, my name is Chris Palmer, and in today's video, I would like to share with you how to write a professional press release. So what I would like to do with you is a process that we like to use, a way that we can really save some budget and get some quick ideas on how to write a professional press release. Now, there are tons and tons and tons of press release templates out there. However, I like to literally go and see what are the professionals posting, which ones are getting traction, what do they look like, what do they say. So what I want to do is I want to walk you through a process that could be a copy and paste. You'll simply have to change out some details, obviously addresses, maybe some things that you're doing, but it will give you a professional outline template of what's actually out there and what's actually doing well. So first and foremost, I want to just share with you the idea and where to start. And where to start is understanding where are press releases distributed. Now, some of the main hubs, in my opinion, are going to be your Google News, Yahoo News, and Associated Press. Now, these three are listed on a site here. I'm not affiliated by any stretch of the imagination. It's called Newswire. Now, Newswire, you can see some of their services range from $150 to $799, and for some, this is not any trouble, but if you're just starting out, a lot of the budget is utilized when you have these services. It's not for the distribution, it's for the content. So this video is really touching on that. How can you get that professional write-up but without paying the price? Because if you do a quick search, if you check some of the sites such as Conquer, if you check some of the sites such as Upwork, maybe People by the Hour, or some of those type of freelance sites, they can distribute to all of these sites, maybe a few less, but if you write the content, you can get it for a fraction of the cost, all right? And that's the tip I'm really sharing, is how can you save money for your business so you can utilize those budget dollars for things that are actually going to certainly help you and propel your business a little bit more, all right? So let's go through this now. Once we've established where these sites are, then a quick search, right? So this is a list of press release submission sites. That way you can start searching, but I'm going to show you the search string that you can use to help you out. All right. So first and foremost, what are we looking for? Well, we're a dentist, we're going to say. All right. Then, and this is in quotation marks. Now, the second thing is we're looking for a press release. All right. And then as far as where we're going to search is Yahoo News. So what's going to come up here, and I've done this beforehand, is here's an exclusive. This is a press release from this business. This is just one example to show you the process. So if you are a dentist, this would be a write-up. They probably paid who knows what to have this published here. But what I'm getting at is here's an idea. Here's a write-up. Here's something that's already out there. It's getting traction. It works. Somebody paid for this already. This is a great template. Why? Because we already know that it's in practice. So I want to go ahead and maybe we're not a dentist. Maybe we're a lawyer. And this works for anything. If we're a lawyer, we're looking for press release. So here we go. We go down the list and we're just looking for maybe somebody that's pushing out their brand or business. Now, let's say we don't want to do Yahoo News. Maybe we're looking at, I don't know, Google News, right? It works for anything. Now, like I mentioned before, these sites will list, other sites, but there's a lot other sites besides, press release sites and places to distribute your press releases other than, Google News, Yahoo News, and Associated Press. But as a caveat, what I tend to do and what I like to do is if you can find a paid service, right, where you actually have to pay to submit or it's a little bit harder to get on, the press release templates there, ones that are already published, are generally going to be just a little bit better than, say, a free submission site. So my advice and the tip for this video to save money on your press releases is there's a couple here. And how it works is this. What we're looking for is we're looking for our industry in quotes, a press release, and then we're going to the top press release sites, whether it's Apple, whether it's Google, whether it's Yahoo, wherever. and we're looking for a template that matches our niche, and we want to look for one that looks really good that we can not copy, but be inspired from, and then just make the changes and the edits so we can then have a great polished project and press release that we can then distribute for a fraction of the cost because the content is already written. So I hope that this is helpful. For some, maybe this wasn't, but I hope that this was helpful for you. If maybe you're wondering, hey, how can I save a few dollars on a press release? Where can I, send out my press releases for my business? Where's a good template? The best templates are the ones that are already published that people already paid for. That's just my opinion. I wanted to share that with you today. My name is Chris Palmer. If you have any questions related to press releases, if you have questions about local business SEO, local business marketing, anything really, internet marketing, digital marketing, SEO, anything along those lines, never, ever, ever hesitate to leave a question in the comments section below. And I certainly look forward to seeing you in the next How to Write a Professional Press Release. Have a wonderful day.